Hello my dear students, today we will discuss the topic of electrostatics part 2. In previous class we have discussed the electric lines of force, and also important part we have discussed what is the nature of electric lines of force for uniform electric field. I am just remembering you the nature of the electric lines of force for uniform electric field are parallel and equispaced. Today we will discuss if you kept an electric dipole if you kept in the uniform electric field, then what happens? Then we have to go to details. Before going to the class, again I am repeating you what is electric dipole. Electric dipole means in the previous class we have discussed there are two charges of same magnitude, opposite in nature, are kept certain distance apart. In that portion we have discussed the electric dipole moment. What is electric dipole moment? Electric dipole moment is the product of magnitude of charge of each pole and dipole length. What is the direction of electric dipole moment? The direction of electric dipole moment is always from negative charge to positive charge along the direction of electric field intensity. Today we will discuss if an electric dipole is kept in the uniform electric field, then we have to discuss the torque acting on the electric dipole. What will we discuss? Torque will acting on the electric dipole in the uniform electric field. How it is possible? Now first you see the uniform electric field and its representation. Just it is represented by the electric lines of force. These lines of force are equispaced and parallel. Equispaced means magnitude of electric field is everywhere is same, and the direction of electric field intensity is along the tangent of the electric lines of force. That means in this figure from left to right, direction of electric field intensity is from left to right. Now I have kept an electric dipole, and there are two poles A and B. See very carefully. At the point A, I have kept the minus Q charge, and this is plus Q charge. Total system is an electric dipole. You see, this is the axis of dipole, this is the center of dipole O, and this is the dipole moment from negative charge to positive charge along the direction of negative charge to positive charge along the direction of line of the charges or the axis of the charges. And this is the representation of electric field intensity, and in this figure it is very clear that theta is equal to angle between E vector and P vector. Now what happens? As electric field is there and charge is kept here, definitely this charge will experience an electrostatic force. Here at charge B, force is experienced by FB vector. Here at A, force is experienced by FA vector. Now you see what is the direction of FB vector and what is the direction of FA vector. In previous class we have discussed if a positive charge is kept in the uniform electric field, then it moves along the direction of electric field. That means Coulomb's force is along the direction of electric field if charge is positive. In previous classes or video classes we have already discussed. If you have forgotten, then you go to the electrostatics 1 chapter video. Then you come here. As here it is a negative charge, the electrostatic force will be opposite to electric field intensity. It is very vital, you should remember. If a positive charge, then force is acting along the direction of intensity. If a negative charge, force is acting along the opposite direction of intensity. Now these two forces we just discussed. Here P is dipole moment, Q into 2L. 2L is equal to dipole length AB. In this figure AB is 2L. FA vector magnitude is same as FB vector. Why? Now intensity general formula is F by Q. So force will be charge into intensity. As at both the poles magnitude of charges are equal and the field intensity strength is uniform. So magnitude of force acting on the A and at B are same. but they are in opposite direction. They have same magnitude, but opposite direction. They have same magnitude, but opposite direction. That means they are negative vectors. That's why this relation is written here. Fa vector is equal to minus of Fb vector. Now our first step, we have to calculate the total force. Total force means at the system there are two forces. At the system there are two forces. One is Fa vector and another one is Fb vector. So the total force is Fa vector plus Fb vector. As Fa vector and Fb vector are negative vectors, so resultant force is zero vector. So there is a short question in exam you will ask, what is the total electric force acting on the electric dipole in the uniform electric field? You should remember the answer is 0. If a question comes how it is 0, then simply you can explain by vector method. The resultant of two vectors are antiparallel and the angle between two vectors are 180 degree and they have same magnitude, so their resultant is 0. That means if an electric dipole is kept in the uniform electric field, the total force acting on the electric dipole is 0. Now our important part, we have to calculate the torque. Torque means moment of force. That means here dipole will rotate. You see, by these forces Fb vector, dipole will start to rotate in clockwise direction, and here also due to Fa vector, dipole will start to rotate in clockwise direction. So due to combined effect of in this figure, so dipole will start to rotate when it is kept in the uniform electric field. And this is the special case of moment of force. You see here the two forces, this is the turning effect of the dipole by two forces, but these two forces are in special in character. Special in character means they have equal in magnitude, opposite in direction, acting at two different points, and lines of actions are also different. When these two forces acting on the system satisfy all these conditions, again I am repeating the conditions, they should have same magnitude, they should have opposite direction, and they should acting at two different points. So lines of action should be different. Then the electric dipole will rotate, and this turning effect is known as moment of couple. It is a special name given to the torque, that is moment of couple. That means moment of force. So first thing, when the exam question asks why electric dipole rotate, so you will explain by this figure. Then your second part is you have to calculate the moment of couple or moment of torque. There is a formula in 11th class in rotational motion chapter we have studied. The moment of couple or torque is formula is like this. First you take one of its force, either Fa or Fb. Then you multiply the perpendicular distance between these two forces. You see the figure here. These are the two forces. The perpendicular distance is Bn. I am drawing a perpendicular Bn. This is a right angle triangle. This angle is theta also. As this angle is theta. In this right angle triangle, sin theta is equal to Bn by Fp. So I will step by step, not to be worried. First to remember the formula. This torque acting on the electric dipole is equal to magnitude of one of its force into perpendicular distance between Fa vector and Fb vector. What is the formula for Fa? Na Q into E. Why? Na intensity is equal to F by Q. So F will be Q into E. Charge into intensity. A perpendicular distance is Bn. Again I am showing this figure. Perpendicular distance is Bn. If it is a right angle triangle, if I will take sin theta is equal to Bn by Ab. So Bn is equal to Ab sin theta. That's why it is written here Bn instead of Bn we have written Ab sin theta. Ab is what? Ab is your dipole length 12. This is QE into sin theta. Now arrange this Q into 12 kept very close to each other, then E sin theta. Here Q into 12 is electric dipole moment. Previous class we have studied, and from this derivation dipole moment formula is derived from this formula, that is Pe sin theta. Torque is equal to Pe sin theta. So this is the questions maybe asked in your board exam. You have to calculate the torque P sin theta. For your problem solving, you should remember this formula. There are two styles, these two formulas are written. One is your magnitude form P sin theta, and another one is P vector cross E vector. That means here torque is a vector and its direction is perpendicular to the plane of P vector and E vector obeying right hand screw rule. Very convenient to remember. If the motion is anti-clockwise, then the torque will be vertical upward to the plane of your paper. If motion is clockwise, then vertically inward to the plane of paper. Now you see the figure, what happens here? Now here the motion is clockwise. That means the direction of tau vector is vertically inwards. So when you derive this formula, you have to calculate the magnitude, that is tau is equal to P sin theta. You can write also in a vector form, that is tau vector is equal to P vector cross E vector. And in your language you should write the direction of tau vector in this figure is vertically inward. So this is the derivation part. When an electric dipole is kept in the uniform electric field, the net force acting on it is 0 and the torque acting on the electric dipole is P sin theta, or you can say tau vector is equal to P vector cross E vector. Now we will discuss the special cases of this problem. Now you see this heading, this is a representation of, now you have to calculate the maximum and the minimum value of torque acting on the electric dipole in the uniform electric field. Just in a previous, we have discussed this is uniform electric field, dipole is kept here, electric field is here, angle between E vector and P vector is theta, and you also derive the formula of torque is equal to P sin theta. Formula of torque is P sin theta. When it will be maximum? When tau is equal to P. When it is minimum, tau is equal to 0. When tau is equal to P, then we have to assume that theta is equal to 90 degree. When tau is equal to 0, then we have to assume that theta is equal to 0 degree or 180 degree. Just to see the figure, if your electric dipole is kept here like this, then torque will be maximum. At this point, force will be here, and below this point, force is here. And these two forces make a moment of couple, and this dipole will rotate in the given electric field with a maximum torque, that is equal to P. Now you see this another figure. If theta is equal to 0 or so is, that means dipole moment is along the direction of electric field. Here this is the direction of electric field. Here this is the direction of electric field. Here also this is the direction of electric field. Here dipole moment is perpendicular to the field. Here dipole moment is parallel to the field. If we will use the formula, then tau will be 0 because sin theta is equal to 0. Because sin theta is equal to 0. So in this figure, to the right hand side, the torque is 0. That you see, dipole is here, FB vector is here, FA vector is here. This will pull outwards, this will pull outwards. The net force is 0, but net torque is also 0. Here net force 0, net torque is not equal to 0. But here net force is equal to 0, but net torque is also 0. So this is the case of minimum torque, and this is the case of maximum torque, and formula is here P and formula is here 0. In some time question asked, if it instead of a uniform field, non-uniform electric field will take, then torque will never 0, force will never 0. But in uniform electric field, F is always 0, torque may or may not be equal to 0. For particular situation, tau is equal to 0, but some situation tau is not equal to 0. So in maximum case, tau is not equal to 0. That's why we are calling in uniform electric field, force is always 0. Non-uniform electric field, force is never equal to 0. In uniform electric field, torque is equal to P sin theta, may be 0 or may not be 0. But in non-uniform electric field, tau is not equal to 0. You should keep in your memory for your short questions. Then we have to extend our problem in different cases. What happens? Now you see, If in the uniform electric field electric dipole is kept, now we all clear that electric dipole will starts to rotate. So it will, as it rotates, an angular deformation is there, some energy is stored. So we have to calculate what amount of work is done by the rotational force or torque. This is not a translational motion. This is just a rotational motion. Dipole will rotate. So some amount of work will be done. Now we have to derive the formula for work done and energy stored of the electric dipole when it is kept in the uniform electric field. So now our problem topic is work done and energy stored in the electric dipole in the uniform electric field. First thing come to your mind, why work is done? Now as dipole starts to rotate, some work will be done against the torque applied on it. So first we will calculate amount of work done. This is very simple formula, dW is equal to tau d theta. How this formula comes? Now as like you remember, in linear motion or translational motion, dW is equal to, you are writing F into ds. This is a linear motion and this is a rotational motion. Force instead of write you torque. ds displacement, linear displacement, instead you write angular displacement. Now you see dW is equal to, put the formula P sin theta into d theta. Then we have to calculate total work done starting from 0 to final work is W here. Integrating both the sides, P and E are constants here taken outside. Limiting value we are choosing theta 1 to theta 2. This is a simple mathematics. The integration of sin theta is minus cos theta. Limiting value is there theta 1 and theta 2. This putting the limiting values minus cos theta 2 minus of a minus, that is plus cos theta 1. So total work done is equal to PE cos theta 1 minus cos theta 2. This is the expression of a work done you should remember for calculation in your problem. Now we have to calculate what amount of energy stored. As configuration is changing, position is changing, some energy is stored, that is known as potential energy. As dipole changes its position, so energy is stored in the form of potential energy. So work done is stored as potential energy. When we are calculating the torque, now we will start our dipole with a particular position, that is vertical position, because at that vertical position maximum torque can be applied with it. Just to see the figure, this is the vertical position, that means theta is 90 degree, maximum torque can apply on it. That's why it is taken as the vertical position or zero energy position. Zero energy position means that is starting position of the electric dipole. So when you calculate the potential energy, keep in your mind that you theta 1 should be 90 degree and theta 2 final position, it may be 10 degree, it may be 20 degree, it may be 12 degree, whatever may be. That's why we have written theta 2 is equal to theta. Now your usual formula, you have just U is equal to P cos theta 1 minus cos theta 2. Instead theta 1 we have written 90 degree. Instead theta we have written that is 0 degree. Now you see the potential energy formula is cos 90 is 0, that is minus P cos theta. So you can represent in a dot product format as using vector analysis, minus P vector dot U vector. So this is the potential energy. You should know potential energy is scalar quantity and torque is a vector quantity. You do not feel that this is vector form or this is magnitude form. No. All are in magnitude form, all are scalar quantity, because dot product of two vector is a scalar quantity. So this is the expression of potential energy minus P cos theta, and this is the expression of work done P cos theta 1 minus cos theta 2, and another formula is for torque is equal to P sin theta. By using these three formula, you can calculate the problems of electric dipole in the uniform electric field. Again, two things you have to remember: what is stable equilibrium and what is unstable equilibrium. Equilibrium means net force and net torque is equal to 0. That is equilibrium. Stable or unstable means, stable means potential energy is minimum and unstable means potential energy is maximum. If you will put theta 0, then it will be, answer will be your minus P. If you will put theta 180 degree, so answer will be P. So that is maximum plus P. and this is your minus P. So it is taken as a minimum potential energy and it is taken as a maximum potential energy. So any problem solving, if you will ask stable equilibrium, you should keep in your mind theta should be 0 degree. If it is unstable equilibrium, you should remember theta is equal to 180 degree. Again I am repeating what we have studied today. Now if an electric dipole is kept in the uniform electric field, torque is acting on it. The expression of torque is P sin theta. The expression of force is 0. And the formula of work done by rotating the dipole, that is PE bracket start cos theta 1 minus cos theta 2 bracket says. And if you will express it in potential energy, we will text the starting position as a minimum energy position. So potential energy formula will be minus PE cos theta, or you may say that minus P vector dot E vector. Again also you remember the stable equilibrium means the theta is equal to 0 and unstable equilibrium means theta is equal to 180 degree. And these are the topics today we have discussed. Then in next classes we will go for another problems. Thank you all.